Hello, good morning. Welcome to my Mojo Monday. Today we are back to our annual catalog templates. And this is card sketch number 19. And it's going to be a fun one and simple and masculine and monochromatic. That's what it's going to be. So welcome. I just want to pull up my YouTube channel. I just want to see if I'm live over there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see that or not, but let me just see. I'm not quite sure where to see that. All right, I won't worry about that now. This is the first time. Well, I've been streaming both to Facebook and YouTube for quite a while now, and I just don't know what's really happening on YouTube. So if any of you watch me on YouTube, if you could let me know if you can see me on YouTube or not. I know that you have to have an account with YouTube in order to watch anybody's live videos over there. Good morning, Lena. Nice of you to join me. I love the Canadian flag as your profile photo. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to turn the camera down and show you what I'm going to be doing. Today, we're going to be using punches to create some circles on a card. So I'm creating a masculine card, really, really simple. It's also a great template for using up paper scraps. Just like, you know, the strip technique where you cut strips of paper or you use any of your leftover pieces. You know, when you cut your designer series paper, you always end up with a strip of paper, and I collect those, and then you can add those, and they've been called scrappy cards or strippy cards. So you can do the same thing with circle punches by just punching out any of your leftover pieces of designer series paper. So let me just bring my desktop to the forefront. Here we go. Okay. So I use this little Stampin' Up! Coaster here to kind of cover up my lamp. There we go. Okay. So color scheme for today for this masculine card is going to be Mossy Meadow. I love Mossy Meadow. So I have a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock, and you score it at 5 1/2 to get this tent fold card. Okay. And here's the template. Let me just show you the template so we can get started with that. Let me pull my other camera or my other light here. All right, and I'll come down a little bit closer so you can see. Okay, so this is card sketch number 19. So as you can see, it's a real simple card front, a card base with a bunch of circles punched out on here. Now, you can go wild with this. You can do any number of things, and I'll give you some other ideas as we go along. And I'm going to incorporate one of the ideas on this. So they've actually used a 3/4 inch punch. So, sorry, a 3/4 inch punch. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I decided to, just out of copy paper, I punched out a 3/4 inch punch just to see the size and how it would play out on the paper. Okay. It's also asking for a 3/4 inch by 4 inch for a sentiment. Okay. And I'm going to use the happy birthday greeting from, this is one of my favorite greeting stamp sets, Simply Said. And this is carrying forward into the new catalog. I'm thrilled about that. It's just my go-to greeting stamp set right now, or it has been for a while. So happy birthday. And I'm using the DSP from the Neutral 6x6 paper pack. So this was the paper pack patterns in the 2024 to 2025 annual catalog. This year's designs for the new catalog are looking really, really pretty. I can't wait to get some of those. So I usually buy the 4 packs for the neutrals, the subtles, the brights, and the neutrals, subtles, brights, and oh my gosh, there's one more. Subtles, brights, neutrals, and regals, okay? Anyway, so I'm going to use this. So I'm going to pull out the Mossy Meadow let's see. So this is my little scrap package. I always put a little envelope in there with my scraps, so they're all ready for the strippy cards that I want to make. So yeah, I've got a piece of the Mossy Meadow left over in here, and I want, I think there's another one in here. Yeah, here's another one. Nope. Yes, yes. Okay. Now, if you wanted a bunch of different designs, the paper packs usually have 4 designs. So this one has the polka dots, and then it's got this design on the back. So polka dots and dot, and I don't know what that pattern is. I don't even know if I have. Oh, yeah. And then it came, this was the featured pattern, these beautiful botanicals. So it's got this pattern, and on the back it's got stripes. So if you wanted to use 4 patterns for all of these dots, you can. Now, the other idea I had was to use some cardstock as well and emboss some of the dots. Okay, so I've brought out my pack of scraps of Mossy Meadow. Like I said, it's a monochromatic card, so we might do some of those as well. And then I thought from the online exclusive, the recent one I've been using, what's it called? I have it here. Nope, I don't have it here. Oh, what's it called? Sorry. Oh, here it is. It's the one with the beautiful basket weave. It's called the Botanical Texture Sweet Collection. It has this mini corrugated embossing folder. So if I punch some circles out of the cardstock, then I'm going to run them through this, and then we'll do a variety of things. So back to my punches here. Now, the punches I have sitting here, I have all the punches from Stampin' Up! Over the years. A lot of them are retired now, but I'm sure most paper crafters have punches. So it was asking for the 3/4 inch punch. And these are quite small, so you see quite a lot of your background there. And then I wanted to try out the 1 inch circle punch. So here's the 1 inch circle punch. So 1, 1, and 1. So we can just see what size circle. It's 3 across and 2 rows. And then I did the 1 1/4 inch, which I think are too big. So I did the 1 1/4 inch punch, but I think those are too big. So we can stick with the 3/4 inch, or we can go with the larger 1 inch. I'm sure we can get 2 rows of 1 inch on either side of the strip paper. Good morning, Christine. Okay, so you ladies let me know. So if you look at the template here, they're quite small, and I think we have room to do some larger circles. It just depends if you want the background to see so much of the background there. Another idea is you could do a layer on top of it and then put your dots on, or your circles on, which would make them a little bit closer together. But we could go with the 3/4 just to see what it looks like, or we could go with the 1 inch. What do you guys think? So while you're thinking about that, I'm just going to cut. I'll just start punching out, or I want to cut a strip off here so that I get another pattern going. So I'll just cut this to 1 inch. 1 inch. So we want that pattern, and I'll do another one at 1 inch. And I'm going to cut some extra ones so that I can decorate the inside of my card as well. So there I've got those 2 other patterns. This is the one thing I really love about these 6x6 paper packs is because you get 4 patterns and they're all in the same color. So they're great for your monochromatic cards. All right, so this is my sentiment going straight down the middle. This is cut 3/4 of an inch by 4. So maybe I'll just start off while I'm waiting for a response from you guys. And I'm going to use again the Mossy Meadow ink pad. And we'll just put our happy birthday on here. We'll try and get it centered. It's not centered very well. Let me turn it over and try again. Get my head right over it. Might help. That's better. Okay, and I think I will put this one on with dimensionals. So let's get some dimensionals out. And I'm going to use my bone folder just to smooth down that cut edge. Sometimes the cut edges aren't flat. I think I need a new blade on my trimmer. All right, so we've got that ready. Our happy birthday. Okay. All right, well, I don't see any response from you guys. I know there's a big delay. So I'll just carry on. I think I'm going to go to the 1 inch. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so let's go with the 1 inch this time. And heck, if I make the card and I don't like the 1 inch, then I can always remake it and do the 3/4 inch. All right, I'm going to put a corrugated piece, 1 on each line. Maybe. I'm not sure. Hang on. So I'll do 3 of these. And I'll go and corrugate them. And then maybe by then I'll see a response from you. I hope you guys are well. Did you have a nice weekend? My husband and I went for a great walk down on Dallas Road yesterday. It was just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. It was great to be outside. Okay, so I'm going to put all 3 of these circles in my embossing folder. Other fun things you could do, you could incorporate some gold paper. Cut out some gold paper with your circle punches and incorporate gold or silver or glimmer paper. There's lots of different things you can do. But I think adding a bit of texture will be fun. All right, so there's our little corrugated pieces. All right, let's start cutting out these. So what am I doing? 1 inch. So this is a 1 inch punch and I cut my paper to 1 inch. Oh my gosh, that's a tight fit. So I've got lots of, well, I might as well punch the rest out here. Can I fit one more in there? Nah, it's too fiddly. Okay, so these are the stripy ones. Yeah, I cut these to 1 inch, but I think I was thinking I was going to use the 3/4 inch punch. That's okay. It just fits. that didn't fit very well. Took a chunk out the top. No, 1 inch. Okay, so if you're using a 1-inch punch, ladies, don't use a 1-inch strip of paper. That doesn't work so well. Whoops, I want that other pattern. All right, so let me pull up a bit more. Let's get rid of this template so I can see what else I'm doing here. All right, now do I have the 4? Oh, I need some more of these, and these got cut off. So I had cut that piece too narrow. So we'll just cut it from here instead of cutting a strip. So I want 3 of these. 1, 2, yeah, these, that got cut off. These all got cut off, so I'm not using these circles. Okay, 3 of those, and then I need 3 striped ones. Now, if you don't have punches and you've got dies, circle dies, then yes, you can use the circle dies. All right, so I've got 3 of each pattern. So let's see how we make out on our card now. All right, now I want to center this on here. So this is 5.5. So I think the center is 2 3/4. So I'm just going to take my pencil here. So 2 3/4. And I'm going to turn it around and measure 2 3/4. Okay, so there's my center. And then I'm going to right away put on my greeting. And then I will build my circles top and bottom, or above and below the greeting. Okay. So there's my center. Perfect. And then I'll just erase those marks. There we go. Okay. Now I've got it a little bit off-centered, so we can put a few little embellishments on there. All right, let's start building up our circles now. So I've got one of those. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do one there, one in the center here. Then we'll do a stripy one and a stripy one. Okay, then we'll do a corrugated one and a corrugated one. Okay, so if you work 2 rows at a time. Okay, so then I want one of these, and I'll put one of these here. So once you have one row on there, we don't have any little circles yet, so we'll put a circle here. And we'll put a circle here. And then we'll do, I can do it, no, 2 stripes, 2 stripes. Those are next to each other. This might work here. And then I might do this one here. Okay, there's my pattern. See that? All right, so I'm going to work right next to the, I'm just going to, you don't have to put, I'm going to use glue. I think glue will be the fastest to use. And so I'm just going to put a dot of glue. Whoa. That was not good. So I'm going to start here. So see, once you've got all of these punched out, it's pretty fast to put this together. I'm hoping that's centered. And let's do this one. I should have done, I would suggest when you do this, do the 2 outside ones so that you get equal distance from your edge, and then do the center one. But I did pretty good there anyway. So that's good. Okay, let's do this one now. So I'm going to get it right underneath that other one. I'll do this one. And you can twist your stripes around, or oops, I won't do this one. I thought that was already stuck down. That's great that that punched out the little flower right there, right in the center. Okay, now we can do the top and the bottom row. Another idea is you could cut, you could do, well, what would be really cool is white on white. So you're going to cut a whole bunch of white circles, stick them on a layer of white, and then emboss the whole thing. So all your circles get embossed onto the layer. That would be fun too. I think, oh, no, that's good. Okay, now we'll just do the top layer and then we're pretty well done. It's a fast card this morning. So if you can think of any other ideas for this, any other suggestions, let me know or share them in the comments. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to do, I ended up only doing two corrugated. I think I was going to use more, but that's okay. All right, there you go. Look at that. It's kind of fun. What do you think? That's tone on tone. Now, it'd be totally different if it was all different colors. So I might have to make another one just to see. All right, now because we have these, we've got 3 dots left. So I'm going to grab a piece of 4 by 5¼ inch basic white for the inside of the card. And we could just do 3 dots along the bottom as your design. Okay. So I'll do the 2 outside ones first. And then I'll do the corrugated one. Oh, good. I see you responding. Fun way to use the circles. Yeah, I think it's kind of a cool card. Now, that is not also an idea, is any punches that you have. I'm sure you've seen these on Pinterest or any other demonstrators that you might follow. But you can also use, for example, you can use label punches. People use label punches like this label punch here, and then they create a design on a layer of cardstock, okay, and then they trim the edges, so you kind of stagger them, and that's really, really pretty. And then another idea is if you have like a specific shape, like this little house, people punch a bunch of houses and then put them on as well, like the circles. So you can use any of your other punches for this idea as well. Okay, let me just grab my tape runner. And we'll put this on the inside of the card. And then I will put some on my envelope too. I'll cut a few extra ones for my envelope. But I think this makes a really nice masculine card. There's the inside of your card. There's the outside of your card. And that's your template for today. Yes, there is also star-shaped punches as well. We had one at Christmas time. Kind of a rounded edge star shape. Yeah, anything. I'd love to see you guys make some cards. Post them in the comments and let's see what you come up with your punches. That could be a little creative challenge. All right, so let me just bring myself forward. There we go. All right, so I'm going to give you that as a creative challenge. Create another card. Create a card using your punches. Let's see what you come up with. And I will I'll put your names in a little bin, and I'll pick a name, and then I'll send you this card. So thanks for watching, you guys. Oh, that's another good idea, Christine. You could also use a journaling pen to outline your circles to make them pop a bit more. Yes, that would be a fun idea too. Yes. Or your Stampin' Write markers. Or even your blends, you could. Or you could also sponge them. Excuse me, you could sponge around the edges too. It would take a little bit more time, but it would give them some definition. Lots of great ideas. All right, so have fun with that challenge, ladies, and I will see you on. Now, I will not be here for Thursday night because I'm away for overnight. I'm doing a little spa treat. And I also won't be here Friday, so I won't be here Friday morning for Funfold Friday either. But I will be back next week for Mojo Monday. So have a fantastic week, you guys. And I can't wait to see what you make. Bye for now.